afternoon, everybody. TGIF. It is a beautiful upstate New York, almost Halloween day here. My God, look at this place. We're now for a run, 4 miles. First impressions of the Asics Novablast 3s. I've done about 15 to 20 miles in them. This will be just one more run, and then we'll sit down, talk a little bit about how I feel about them, and that'll be that. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so that was 4 miles out there in the Asics Novablast 3s. I've now done 19.7 miles in these bad boys, and I thought I would give you my first impressions. There's tons of first impressions out there, so nothing here is gonna be groundbreaking, but with that caveat, I will also say that everything is based more on my experience and hopefully something that you can't find in other videos that are out there, and will be a little bit more specific to obviously my experience, and hopefully you can get some, you know, something new, something that you haven't seen in another review. With that being said, it's not a review, first impressions, just to clarify there. We can go top down. Biggest things I would say so far are the fit. The fit is snug in the heel, super snug. There's a lot of cushion around the heel. And the upper in itself is very much more of a cloth feel than a textile feel. It has a lot of stretch to it. I would say this is kind of, for me, this is like the perfect winter / late fall or early spring upper, in that it's kind of, I would say, both breathable, but on the heavier side, which is nice when the temperatures are cooler. You can get a little bit more of a form-fitting and cushioned upper. Doubling down on that, you've got the semi-gusseted tongue that I believe is an update. I've never run a Novablast before, but it's kind of, it comes up pretty high, it stretches up pretty high, I would say, and has kind of these like butterfly wings with the Asics logo on the top. But that in itself is a very similar material, soft cloth feeling with some decent cushion, I would say, up until right at the top there, and then it's just basically like 2 pull tabs. Similar to the heel, I guess, would be maybe the design on the butterfly flare aspect of things. Yeah, so right, back to the fit. We've got heel, working your way up to the midfoot and the arch, I would say, is again, good and snug. I have a little bit of extra pressure on the outside of the foot, kind of in that midfoot area. But I have so far, like, it's good, it's snug, but not to the point of any sort of rubbing or uncomfortable or hot spots. So I would say heel to midfoot, pretty narrow and snug. And then when you get to the toe box in the end, you've got room to move. I can kind of, when I slip into them, I've got some room. You know, it's not tight on that pinky toe like I have seen in some Hokas and some other shoes. There's definitely, you know, you've got room to move on both sides, I would say. And I went true to size, 10.5 for me. And I definitely still have room to play. It's a good winter or just daily trainer fit, I would say, as opposed to going with, you know, like a race day fit or a faster. If you're getting a shoe for a faster workout and you really want to cut down on any sort of weight or materials, you're going to go a little bit tighter. Not going to be doing that. Well, I will be trying to go fast in these. I did do some fast paces just to see how they feel. More on that to come. So fit is nice. We can talk a little bit probably about that midsole. The midsole, I would say, this is my first time running in the FF Blast Plus, and in general, I have not run in an Asics in years. But these are comfortable, cushiony, but like right on that line of responsive and feel the road underneath your foot, which I know are just like a bunch of like trigger words. I feel like those are like marketing terms for midsoles, but it's not like the Nike Invincibles where you feel like you're really just sinking into some mattresses and they're super soft and they're gonna absorb everything. This is definitely someplace in between where you have quite a bit of cushion. I feel like specifically, you know, heel to toe, you got a lot of material here to work with. And you know, I feel like it's a little bit loud, I would say, on pavement. I feel like my feet kind of slap a little bit. But in general, yeah, I gotta say it feels supportive enough without being a super cushioned, stability shoe, but it also feels light and quick. Even like mentally, it feels light and quick, to the point that I feel like I could do, 5K, 10K tempo day workouts in these, which I will. Yeah, definitely bordering for me on like kind of that perfect all-in-one 2022 trainer so far. I haven't had a shoe that I've been really hyped on in a while, and so far we're only 20 miles in, but overall this does seem like a pretty great all-in-one shoe. The outsole, for 20 miles, I feel like this is quite a bit of damage so far. I don't know if you can see that in this second camera there. I would say the damage is pretty aggressive for only 20 miles. I normally can run like 200 miles in a pair of shoes before I really start seeing a bunch of damage. So this, I gotta say this is probably similar to the exposed midsole on a lot of Hokas. I think it's gonna break down really quick, but I don't think it's going to really affect the performance. Haven't ran in any sort of rain. I will definitely be doing some muddy, slushy winter running in these. So definitely more to come in terms of like a full review and how the outsole is going to perform. If there is a concern right now, 20 miles in, it's definitely the outsole. Current predictions, I'm going to love this shoe. I'm going to do at least 200, probably 300. It's been a long time since I've done 300 miles in a shoe. But yeah, I just don't see, unless there's anything that really faults me, I think it's comfortable. I think it's snug in the right spots. I think it's got cushion. And I ultimately think it's gonna be really perfect, specifically going into some winter training with maybe kind of the extra materials in that upper, and hopefully the outsole does not fail me. But that is going to be my first impressions. Asics Novablast 3. Let me know if you've run them. Let me know if you like them. Has anything broken down on you all out there? But yeah, that's all I got from me. Please consider liking, commenting, subscribing. More running videos on the way. Hopefully, actually definitely, I will be down in New York City for the New York City Marathon, covering that. More to come on what I will be trying to do in a future video. But yeah, stuff coming along the way. If anyone is watching this and running the New York City Marathon, definitely drop a comment down below. I'm gonna do my best to just get around. I am not running it. I am just gonna be there and film as much as I can. And with that being said, enjoy yourselves out there. Enjoy your run, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace, guys. The best, even when I try to make the video short. The run time is close to 10 minutes, but I can cut it down for sure. Ooh, does it look cool?